Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Your mum stole my sweet roll. What's up, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of It's My Sweet Roll. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm Sashin.
And we're going to be talking to you guys about where you can get new games, DLC, and just general gaming news. First off, we have, for new games, The Elder Scrolls Online. Now, this has just recently been announced, and the response from it has been 50-50. There are those of you who like the idea of a new Elder Scrolls MMO, and there are those of you that think the Elder Scrolls franchise has been ruined. I can understand why. I am an Elder Scrolls fan myself. Game Informer are releasing a massive cover of this game in their June coverage, and you will be able to find more information at E3.
Thing is, though, that they're going to go from creating a really intense, epic single player to a multiplayer game, and people who do, as you said, people who love that single player aspect, you know, the immersion and everything in some massive world, it's not going to be there anymore.
Yeah, well, from what I've seen, it looks like World of Warcraft, and I'm not really a massive WoW fan, so if it stays like this, then I will definitely not be getting it. But
is it going to be set in the land of Skyrim, or?
Well, from what I've seen of it, it's going to be based all over Tamriel, all over the provinces. It's going to be set in the Second Era, right before Dragonborn, right before Tiber Septim, so I think the idea behind it is kind of fresh, but I would have preferred it if it was like in a game in itself.
I mean, Skyrim's huge, but if it's an MMO, this world it's going to be in has to be so massive. Like,
yeah, no,
man, it has to fit so many people on it. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the ideas that they come up with. It'll be interesting to see what it is. I want to know what their model's going to be. If it's going to be like a free to play. Actually, I don't think it will be a free to play. But you know, it could be a free to play, or it'll be like pay for the game, and then you know, there's no subscription fee like Guild Wars 2 does it. Or will it be subscription based like WoW does it?
Okay. Next up, we have Borderlands 2. Now, this is a highly anticipated sequel to the Borderlands game. I thought Borderlands was a brilliant game, and I definitely look forward to the sequel. You can find this coming out September 21st, 2012.
How did the first Borderlands end it so that it introduced a second Borderlands? Do you remember?
You know what? I don't. I really don't. I remember there was a redhead in it. And she was,
yeah. That was one of the characters.
Yeah, like as video games go.
Is it a new character selection or?
I don't think so, because I think that redhead is still in it. Whether or not you have a new main character, I'm not sure. But if you want to find out more information, be sure to check out Borderlands 2 on the Borderlands website.
So next we have Max Payne 3. Now, I understand that the trailer's already out and there hasn't been a release date, but it's available for pre-purchasing.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any specialties that come with it, but I don't know, there might be.
Well, from the trailer I saw, because I saw it in cinema, the trailer was pretty hardcore. There was loads of action. The graphics looks incredible, especially when you're looking at it on a big screen like at a cinema.
Yeah, it must do, yeah.
At the end of it, I didn't see any like special type of edition or first day DLC, but the game does look pretty decent. Again, it didn't show a release date, so if you want to find out more information, look on the Max Payne website, but the game does look very good.
Did you see any slow motion elements? Because I know slow motion is part of 1 and 2.
As a gameplay element in itself, there was no slow motion, but there was slow motion in the trailer.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wasn't sure if it was a gameplay element or not. It just seemed like it was part of the trailer itself.
Okay, because I'm looking forward to that. I haven't played the Max Payne series, but I've seen them and they look really fun. So
okay,
if you are a fan of Max Payne, be sure to check that out. Next up, we have a first-person shooter, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, if you're a competitive FPS player, I'm sure you want to pick that up or have a look at it. I think there was a beta out for it, or I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I think there was a beta for this game a couple of months ago. I've seen some of it. It looks good. I'm not sure about the graphics. I didn't think it looked graphically impressive, but again, that was beta's beta. I don't know if the textures are going to be changed. I'm sure they will to be improved. But yeah, it looks pretty good. It's not my type of game because I personally prefer things like Battlefield and Call of Duty or whatever. Yeah. Okay, maybe not Call of Duty, but it's just I don't play PC FPS, but that's one to check out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine playing an FPS on the PC because I know in my luck I'll be able to like hack into the game and end up shooting myself, even though it shouldn't be possible.
I know a lot of competitive FPS players still play Team Fortress 2, and they also play another version of Counter-Strike, a previous version.
Next, we have The Secret World. Now, this game has become sort of a passion of mine. I've seen a lot about it. I have done a lot of research, and the game looks fantastic. It looks brilliant. It's not your typical MMO. It gets rid of the whole class system. it allows you to be any type of character you want. You can train with any type of weapon. You can train with any type of spell. And the thing is, you don't have to worry about your class trees or anything like that. If you want to fight a certain way, or you want to level up a certain way, or you want to follow a certain path, you can just do it. And the game developers have stressed that to the utmost extreme. The game itself follows a sort of mythological and magical kind of theme, but it's not dominant. Basically, it's like every mythological story you've ever heard in human history is true, and it allows you to play as 3 different factions. You have your Illuminati, based in America, you have the Templars, based in Europe, and you have the Dragon, I think it was, based in Seoul, South Korea. And the game, as I said before, it looks brilliant. So if you like the idea of the Secret World, if you haven't heard of it, be sure to check it out on the Secret World website, and this game will be coming out June 18th, 2012.
That sounds really impressive. I mean, to throw out a class system just completely out the window,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing. I wonder what the questing's going to be like. I mean, because they're going to have to make it so that, you know, because there's going to be no specific quests for specific classes. You know, that sounds really interesting. I can't wait. Do you know anything about the model, the business model? Is it going to be like free to play or one-time purchase?
I'm not entirely sure about the business model. I don't think they've actually come out with one yet. But from what I've seen of it and the amount of effort that they've put into it, odds are it'll probably be subscription based. But it will definitely be worth it.
Do you know what company is making this game?
Not off the top of my head.
But it sounds interesting. So I guess we'll be keeping up to date with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Next up, we have Dota 2, the sequel to Dota. Now, Dota is a top-down view. I think it's like a strategy game.
Right.
And you can be sort of a number of heroes which have like special powers and abilities. A game I can liken it to is League of Legends. Now, they're not the same game. They're not that similar, but that's a game I can liken it to. So if you know about League of Legends, it's sort of like Dota. Top-down view, you get your own hero, and you can battle your way through different sorts of maps, and you know it's online and stuff, so it's a competitive aspect to it as well. So yeah, it looks pretty interesting. The date to be announced hasn't. There's no date, or there's no release date, so we'll have to keep you guys updated on that.
Nice one.
So previously we've heard information has been leaked about a new Call of Duty game, and it was supposed to be Black Ops 2, and it is. We've actually got a trailer for Black Ops 2 now. What do you think about that, Rob?
Honestly, I thought it was bloody brilliant, because I'm not a COD man. Well, yeah, I'm not a COD man myself, and I don't normally just like bang out COD, but it looked really interesting. And well, the graphics could have been a little bit better, but I know it's the first trailer, so obviously they'll get better. But I thought it looked pretty cool. I mean, the horses, that little bit where he reloaded his gun. Honestly, when I saw it at first, it looked a bit more like Call of Halo, but it looked pretty cool. It was decent. I mean, there were horses in it, and I never expected to be like have horses in a Call of Duty game.
And spaceships.
Oh yeah, and spaceships.
And spaceships and horses. But yeah, Treyarch are doing it differently this time. I think they're gonna have a better single-player experience in the way that you get to make. I think it's like you get to make the decisions which affect the outcome of the story.
Oh, so it's sort of, but not like Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, there will be no disappointment probably. So yeah, it looks pretty good at the moment. We'll link the trailer for you.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Far Cry 3, which is supposed to be released on September 7th, 2012. Now, the release dates that we're telling you aren't from the most trustworthy of sources, but there's just a general idea about around what time of year they're supposed to be coming out. So again, September 7th. So yeah, Far Cry 3, it looks pretty interesting. The trailer was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. When the guy was like, did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? And
then he kicked him off the cliff with the rock, and he was tied up, and he went into the lake. And
that was just amazing.
Yeah,
I think the
emotional.
graphics on that looks incredible. So I really hope that game does well. I'm not sure. I think Far Cry 1 and 2 didn't receive. I don't know. What the reception for those was okay.
Yeah, it was decent.
It was decent. Yeah. So hopefully Far Cry 3 can push it a bit further.
Mm.
I heard the online for it though might be a bit disappointing because I think they were trying to make it a bit like Call of Duty or something like that. That's what I heard anyway. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, I hope Far Cry 3 does well. It looks good.
Definitely. Next, we have BioShock Infinite. Now, honestly, I'm surprised this game hasn't come out already, because I've just seen it everywhere. It's like Bioshock this, Bioshock that. Yay, get ready for Bioshock. And seeing that chick, you know the one with the blue dress? I think her name was Elizabeth, and she's all over the place. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of bored of it, to be honest. But if you're a Bioshock fan and you've been keeping up to date with your Bioshock Infinite, then by all means, go ahead and buy it. Because honestly, it does look like a decent game. It's just taking a bit too long to come out, really.
I think the first trailer for it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
They did this with, what was it? I think Alan Wake. They released an Alan Wake trailer, and then it was like 3-4 years later, the Alan Wake game came out, or something ridiculous like that. So let's hope they don't leave it too long. But the date we have here for Bioshock Infinite to come out is October 19th, 2012. Again, this date is, not from the most trustworthy of sources, so that's just a general idea of when the game might come out. What do you think about the trailer? Like, do you think it didn't really show much?
When I think of Bioshock Infinite, I think of Tobuscus. I remember when he did the little trailer of the Bioshock Infinite, and that's probably like the only thing I solidly remember about Bioshock Infinite.
I think. Yeah.
I just think they should hurry up and release it, to be honest.
Is it supposed to be the last one in the series?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. It might be, but I'm not sure.
Lastly, for new games coming out, we have Metro Last Light. And if you played Metro 2033, you'd know that this would be the sequel to this one. I'm not sure if it's a separate story, but yeah, it looks like it could be a pretty interesting game, because I know that the first one was quite a dark first-person. It was a first-person shooter. It was an RPG. It involved, I don't know, I think it was like freaks or like scary monsters in the dark, and it was an experience. The first time. I never played it. I played I think the first half an hour of it, but it gripped me. I didn't end up buying the game, unfortunately. But yeah, so I want to see a bit more about Metro Last Light.
Okay.
And also Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Now Sniper Ghost Warrior came out, I think it came out a few months ago, but it hasn't been out for long, I don't think. But I think now there's a second one apparently. It's supposed to be coming out in June 30th, 2012. So let's see about that.
Now for our second topic, we have DLC. First off, we have Portal 2. Now, the DLC for this is the Perpetual Testing Initiative DLC. Now, I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. So, Sashin, you might want to help a brother out here, because do you want to tell me what this DLC does?
The Perpetual Testing Initiative DLC is a downloadable content package allowing users to make their own Portal maps and Portal puzzles, and then share it with every other Portal user. So I think that'll be pretty interesting, because I don't know if the first one had that, but if it didn't, I'm really surprised they've only come up with this just now. Because I mean, I'm sure there's so many clever people out there who can make really interesting puzzles, and I'm sure it adds life to the game as well. Because as soon as you finish the storyline, you just want to. If you want some more Portal, now you can download this DLC and you can, share and make your own and play other people's maps. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I know there's going to be loads of hard maps out there that loads of people probably will, try and fail at. So yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
Sweet, man. Oh, as you can hear, my co-host managed to get all of that from the trailer. So, again, if you've played Portal 2 and you want to keep up to date with your DLC, please check out the Perpetual Testing Initiative DLC. And this will be coming out on the 8th of May, 2012.
So next up on the DLC list, we have Modern Warfare 3. Now, in the content calendar, it says for this month, there's going to be 4 elite drops containing 1 map each. They haven't said what the maps are, but, I'm sure they're going to be... They're going to be crap, okay? I don't know why you would buy it. Don't bother. It's stupid.
He's kidding, folks. Or is he? Moving on from Modern Warfare, we have Skyrim and the DLC Dawn Guard. As you have no doubt seen in one of our previous videos, we mentioned that Skyrim released the trademark for Dawn Guard. And guess what? We were right! Skyrim have released... Oh, sorry, not Skyrim. Bethesda have released an image of the Dovahkiin with a quiver on his back and glowing eyes. Now, what this means, we're not sure. It could be something to do with vampires. I remember there was some news about Skyrim talking about crossbows or snow elves, and I'm pretty interested to see what Bethesda come up with this, because, as you know, all of us have been waiting for some Skyrim DLC for a very long time. So I'm eager to see what Bethesda can do with this.
I mean, judging from the jam session week, I know they weren't going to release all of that on one DLC, but imagine, like, they could create so much content for Skyrim, like, over, like, a good 5 years, they could release, like, I don't know, possibly, like, one every 2 months, and that would keep people, you know, that game's life would just expand so much. I mean, I'm sure the life of Skyrim is, you know, like, through the roof already. I mean, the maps are massive, and, like, there's so many quests to do, there's just so many things to do in that game.
Definitely. So, to our female viewers, if you're watching this, be prepared because your boyfriends will be leaving you when this comes out.
So, if you watched our Face Your Broke episode 3, you may have remembered us saying that Sanctum was on a deal for £1.74 last weekend, and it was on a free weekend deal, so you could play it for free for the weekend. Well, there has been some free DLC from the Yogscast, who are well, I don't know how to really describe the Yogscast, but they're just two guys who are just hilarious, I suppose. They've actually, I think they've made some DLC for Sanctum, and it's free. It's called the Yogs Cave. So any Yogscast fans, if you happen to be listening, yeah, it's a free DLC.
Now for my homeboys ripping it out in Steelport, we have Saints Row the Third, and they are yet again releasing another DLC pack. Saints Row the Third is releasing the Steelport Gangs pack. Now basically this allows you to get some new gangwear for your wardrobe, including 6 new outfits. You can disguise yourself as a member of the Morning Star or blend in with the Luchador Specialist crowd. You can even try out the Deca Cyberpunk style and get in touch with your inner techno goth.
There's so much of Saints Row 3, actually, if you think about it. There's a lot of things you can do in that game and, like, dress up as whoever. And, yeah, there's a lot of DLC coming out for it. They've already released quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
And I like it because it's, like, small packages. It's small doses of DLC, and they're cheap, and it's, you know, it's fun. It's all, you know, this is cosmetic at the moment, but, you know, there's, like, weapon packs and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to see what other DLC there's going to be for Saints Row the Third.
I'm just looking forward to Saints Row 4.
Already?
Yep.
Lastly, for DLC, we have The Walking Dead. Now, The Walking Dead came out a couple weeks ago, and they've made it so that it's not just a game you buy. You don't just buy the game and you get the whole game. You buy it in episodes. There's supposed to be 5 episodes, as far as I know, and the first one was came, well, obviously with the game, you play through the first episode, and once you get to the end of that, it will say Episode 2 coming soon. But the best thing about this is that you don't have to pay for the whole game, because each episode costs money. And if you only want to play, say, the first episode, or you want to try it out, you pay for only the first episode. And if you get bored of it, you know, like 3 episodes in, you can stop playing. And that doesn't mean you have to pay for episode 4 and 5, which is, I think that's really good. So, you know, if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, then, you know, maybe just pick up The Walking Dead episode 1 and play that, and then wait till episode 2 comes out. I think each episode is about 2 to 3 hours long. And it's a really gripping game. I've seen it, and they get you involved with the characters and the decisions you make. Some decisions you have to make really fast. Some decisions that, you know, you could take your time and think about. But it's really good. I might actually buy that quite soon.
You sound like such a fanboy.
I'm sorry. It just looks really good. But yeah, Telltale Episodic Games are doing a monthly release. Well, that's what they hope to keep as a schedule. You know, 1 episode a month. So look out for that.
And now, on today's final section of the show, we have general gaming news. First off, we have God of War Ascension. Now, it was announced that God of War Ascension will be having multiplayer. Now, from what I've seen of it, it's caused quite a bit of a negative backlash, because there are people that weren't expecting to see multiplayer in a God of War game. And honestly, I can agree with them. I've played the God of War series, like I said before, and I can't imagine playing multiplayer with someone else. I mean, God of War has always been about Kratos' story and how he's getting his vengeance against the gods and blah, 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 blah. But, I don't know. I'll probably give it a try. But, honestly, I'm not really thrilled to see multiplayer in a God of War game.
Now, I've never played God of War, but from what I've seen, it doesn't... I wouldn't even know how that would work. Like, who would you be? You can't all be, like... What's it, Kratos?
Yeah.
You can't, like, I mean, maybe you, like, get to create your own sort of, what is he, like a...
demigod, killer god
character.
thing.
Maybe you get one to create one of them, maybe yourself, and maybe you get to, like, fight other people. Maybe it'll turn into sort of like a arena ring fighting game, or, you know, with, like, destructible maps or something. I don't know, I've never played a God of War game, but I've, you know, because I know people love the God of War series. But multiplayer sounds a bit weird, because it's mostly a single player.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up on general gaming news, we have Awesome Noughts. Now, Awesome Noughts was in alpha and beta testing a few months ago, and now it's finally out. It's a side-scrolling, cartoony-looking 2D fighting game. It's well, when I say fighting game, I don't mean where you button bash and all that. It's it's a 3-on-3 online battle. And you get sort of your own, you can choose like your hero or your character, and they have their own sort of abilities, and you go against another group of 3 in some battle over, I don't know if it's like capture the flag or something like that, but it looks really interesting. The trailer is amazing. The song they use for it is just it makes you want the game, and you don't know why, but it looks amazing, like a child's cartoon show, but it's in the form of a game, and it looks really good. So I might check that out myself.
Okay, man. Lastly, and the most controversial, is the PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. Now, I don't know what I can say about this, because when I saw it, I thought of one game, and I bet all of you can guess what it was. It was Super Smash Brothers. It just looks like a cheap knockoff.
I know, I've seen some of the gameplay, and it's basically Super Smash Brothers copied and pasted with different characters from the PlayStation games. It's so similar. The combat looks similar. The even the effects look similar. At the bottom of the screen in Super Smash Brothers, you have a percentage number, and the higher your percentage, the more that means that the more damage you've taken, which means the more likely you're about to fly off the screen when you get hit, because your character can only take so many hits. But in this game, you have a life bar. But even so, it's just the exact same. You have like sort of similar maps. The camera is the same. I mean, okay, fair enough, they couldn't do much with the camera, but like, it's just so similar. And it's like Super Smash Brothers is a great franchise. I love it to bits. I remember playing the first one on the N64. That was amazing. I was addicted to that game. Every day I would like go to my friend's house and we'd play it, and just non-stop all day. It was amazing. And it got better and better. And then you got Brawl. Well, it went from the Super Smash Brothers to Super Smash Brothers Melee, and then you got Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii. It was amazing. I don't know why they're going to do this PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. Like, what kind of a title is that anyway? That's just ridiculous.
Man, I know what you mean. I seriously know what you mean. Odds are I probably won't buy this game myself. I'll probably watch it on YouTube. But if you really do want to see what all the fuss is about, and if you want something a little different from Super Smash Bros., even though I doubt you will find it, be sure to check out PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, because we sure won't.
I think it's going to be exclusive for PlayStation anyway. Like, why would it come out on Xbox, Like, because Super Smash Bros. Is exclusive to Nintendo, so I guess this will be exclusive to PlayStation. So I wonder if it will come out on the PS Vita. That's actually interesting. I would like to see that. Yeah, if it comes out on the PS Vita, put the PS Vita to good use. No, that should be good. Rob, what are you doing?
It's my sweet roll.